And welcome back, everybody, to the RLIS Season 6 Grand Finals. This is Ascending Star. It is the High Kings versus Nagales. It is on the Nagales, the Bean, Unknown, and Shawnee against the High Kings of Finbar, Poke, and Krolak. I am joined by the wonderful, the mysterious, the enigmatic Ejam. How are you doing today?
Mysterious? Really?
Yes, sir. No one really knows anything about you.
I mean, everyone knows everything about me. I'm an open book, and I'll tell you what I'm open about right now. It is the excitement for this series, Morky. Back together again in the casting booth, and what a stage to be on. Ascending Star, both of these teams looking to really, they've made it this far. They both caused huge upsets from, they finished third and fourth, these two teams, taking out the clear, number 1 and 2 favorites. So, they worked hard to get here and won best of 7 of what stands in between them and winning the Rising Star Grand Final. We saw the Banshees sweep the Saints in dominant fashion. We'll see now if this series is going to be like that, completely dominant, or a bit closer. As neutrals, Morky, I'm hoping it will go the distance potentially, but these players, will see how their mindsets are.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about how you act under the big shining lights, the massive stars, everything going on, all the pressure on you to win a final. I mean, we said it before in semi-finals, the Banshees clearly winning this whole competition up until the point of the playoffs, which case then they just fell apart a little bit. So it does happen, under these bright lights, under the pressure. It's about who deals with that the best. And the Gales will definitely be feeling, confident after taking out the number 1 seed.
You'd have to be feeling confident after taking out that number 1 seed, as the other team are starting to join the lobby now. The pre-match discussions are over. Both sets of players, I'm sure, are hyped. Morky, do you have any predictions for this one now? Because with both teams causing such big upsets, you just don't know who's going to go all the way.
Oof. Well, it was so close between them in regular season play, 8-7, 7-8. They had good matches against each other as well. You'd have to say that probably Nagales from their big win are going to have just a little bit more confidence, even if the Banshees didn't quite play up to their expectations that we thought they would. But they've got a very, very big chance here, Nagales, of doing absolutely brilliantly in this.
Yeah, and all players are loaded in, I believe. Game one of a best of 7. The first game, of course, in this format is a 3v3. The second will be a 2v2. The third will be a 1v1. The losing team at that stage will choose whether it's a 2v2 or 1v1 for Game 4. Game 5 is a 3v3. Game 6 is whatever wasn't picked in Game 4 between 1v1 and 2v2. And Game 7 will be best of our 3 versus 3. So, Morky, long way to go for these players, but this is, this is where you want to win. You want to get that early momentum. You want to win that first game. You want to put your team on the board first. Because when you're with your other 2 teammates, you're at your best. You don't want to be under pressure in perhaps a game deciding 1v1 where if you lose, you get knocked out.
Absolutely. You want to be in control. And well, right now, in control is Nagales. Very, very good start by them. But absolutely, you want to get off to a flying start here. And as well, this format is so unique in that you want to play well together as a team to really give yourself the confidence for later on, give yourself that big momentum boost there later on in the series, especially for the players that are going to be sitting out the next game, because the next game, one of these players will have to sit out. So getting that win can be a real big energetic shot to the arm that keeps you warm, keeps you adrenaline high, keeps you going for the rest of the series as we play on here. Bean looking his best here, trying to put something on. The Gales have started out strong here.
They started very strong. The momentum's still in this, the Gales side of the pitch. They just need to sort of get it in. No, they don't get it in the end. Or should I say the High Kings side of the pitch there. High Kings finally in Finbar gets the big clear out, but it's only straight back. And, it's so back and forth at the moment. We saw this in game 1 of the last series, Mark. I'm not sure where you're watching, but it was just very back and forth until eventually the deadlock was broken. And, oh no, Poke with a lovely 50. Gets the High Kings the opening goal of the game.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure here. Sean kind of in an awkward position, just couldn't get to it in time. Unfortunately, he's rotating back in, and that just put him away from the net in an awkward position to really do anything much with it. But it's a fantastic start, for the team in blue. The High Kings will be delighted. They've been under the cosh, they've been under the pressure, and they find themselves 1-0 up somehow. So, that can be a huge momentum boost as well. It can really give you a big shot in the arm of adrenaline because, you've been under the pressure for so long, yet you're still 1-0 up. How will Nagales respond to this situation?
Well, they need to get an attack going for the start. At the moment, they're just defending. Again, very tough angle to get that in the end. The demo kind of coming through as well on unknown. Finbar now looking to maybe make something happen. Fake out the defender and Morky. That was beautiful.
That's absolutely gorgeous. Lovely play here. Gets it up absolutely beautifully. Lovely control here. Fakes out Sean. Just takes a nice little touch. That is some great card control. And yes, indeed, Winbar's chat is saying, showing just how good he is.
Proving why he is, of course, the best player on that roster for UCC. For now, though, we'll see just can they keep it going or will.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Gales have an opportunity to get back into this.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see, but the Gales here will have to find some way through here. They've struggled so far. They had the pressure early on, very good pressure indeed, and it created some opportunities, but just couldn't get anything by. And right now, first real chances the High Kings have, they've struck both times, hit them with both barrels, and they put themselves in a great position as Finbar here keeping this ball down the pitch. There, Sean and Bean getting caught a bit of a double commit, and that's going to leave an opportunity for the ball to be cleared back out. Poke clearing this ball up the field, but only as far as the midfield. Bean whiffing it, and Sean are not expecting that to happen. It's going to give an opportunity here for the High Kings to get some more pressure on the board, and right now, Nagales just look a bit lost, Ejam.
Yeah, they look very lost at the moment, but crucially, they didn't concede again. Finally, the ball cleared by unknown, and just not really knocking it anywhere. It's back and forth yet again. Unknown now has a little bit of time to try pick up some boost and get rid of it. Not the strongest hit, but Chronic back out to Poke, unable to get, and that's a bit of a weird hit. That's actually going to go right back to Sean, but Finbar so reliable in this defense. You know, that might just go in again. Drops down in front of Poke, but as you said, Nagales right now, they're just not looking confident.
No, and Finbar looks very confident. They lovely control the car again, using that beautifully. Get bumped in the air. Really nice bump from Nagales to keep him off that, but he looks full of confidence. Triple commit, though, coming in from the High Kings, but no capitalization as Bean finds two defenders on the line. Sean, though, with an opportunity, and that all comes from a triple commit, 2-1.
I'm trying to see what was the defense doing here. Are they trying to bump Bean out of net? It just... Oh, they were just all over. I mean, Bean was causing a bit of havoc. It was hard to see from that angle what actually happened, but Nagale still a fighting chance at the moment. Only one goal in it now, Morky. This is going to be so close.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting end, and momentum, as we say in these kind of series, can shift back and forth, and during the game as well, you're going to have periods of having pressure and periods of being under the caution. It's about how you deal with that. Right now, the team dealing with it slightly better has been the High Kings, but that's lovely play from Unknown. He's got it past all three players. Absolutely beautiful ball control, but unfortunately couldn't make anything more work. Bean's shot just got to fade high and wide, just about. He's looking to follow this one up off the backboard again, but Poke with a lovely little clearance into the corner. That's going to relieve the pressure for a moment before Finbar clears that one all the upfield, and the Gales have to start from the back again.
Yeah, and now last 15 seconds of the game. They have to make it count now. Finbar gets the touch, but them out on the way out. Lining the shot of Sean in field. That's a bit close to the defense, I feel, but a big 50 win 4 seconds. Can they make it count? The ball's traveling the wrong way, and with that hit from Poke, you feel like it's going to end here, and it does. 1-0 to the High Kings, and just how important that win might be.
It might be absolutely huge to see exactly what would happen later on. Of course, right now, each one player and each team will be dropping out of this so that we can have the 2v2. Interesting to see exactly what that's going to be. It's a big tactical decision. We saw earlier on, actually, that in the previous series, that one of the players left almost immediately, showing the hand very quickly, and that gave the opposition a chance to really pick. But here, both teams seem to be taking their time, really deliberating on who's going to play, which is a smart thing to do because you want to counteract your opponent's weaknesses with your strengths.
Yeah, and right now it's looking like perhaps I'd say Finbar should be feeling good after that one, and it is going to be Finbar and Poke against Shawnee and Unknown. Solid twos team there from the High Kings coming out. We'll see just how well they can do, but honestly, Nagales, they're not out of it just yet. They were dominated most of that game, found their footing at the end. It's just a case of can they keep that up for longer.
Yeah, and as well, when they have a bit of pressure, it's about can they actually make sure that they're committing forward. They're making sure they're getting the shots on. 2v2, a lot different, of course. There's a lot more space, a lot more opportunities on the pitch to do what you want with the ball, to find that space to work. And Finbar right now, if he keeps playing like he did in that threes game, he's going to have more time and space in these twos games. It's going to be extremely difficult for the Gales. So the Gales have to be really careful, Finbar, I think.
Yeah, it has to be very careful, but here we go. Game 2 in this best of 7. Poke saying please go easy, it's my first time. Playing the mind games nice and early, and 2's Morky, we expect more goals. And one almost going in the first 5 seconds, and the pinch then opposite end. God, that was 2 big chances in the first 10 seconds. Unknown actually missing that in the end, and now Sean getting it out. Nagales under a little bit of pressure, but Sean with the full boost tank has time to clear it.
Yeah, absolutely. What an opportunity for both teams early on to find that way through, to get that way through, but unfortunately your team able to do so, hitting the post both times. A great save from the High Kings, and the Gales then with the pinch off the post. We were relieved to see that happening. But here comes Finbar. Going to knock this one off the backboard. Not really following it up though, realizing that Sean was in a good position to defend that. Nicely done. Unknown coming across with poke with a stick. Pokes it by him. Very nicely done indeed. Here he comes now looking to find his teammate, but he's not following up. Instead, poking a stick, going to go himself on that one. Trying to be perhaps Finbar-esque, but not quite able to pull off the spectacular. The Gales in a counter-attack, getting demoed early on. But right now, High Kings here just taking their time in the corner, just rebuilding, and you know, they look so threatening when they come forward every time, the High Kings. They look so good, and the Gales are dealing with them well, but they have to keep that up for the 4 more minutes now, and also find a goal to make sure the series is all leveled up. And that one, great effort, what a save.
That was a lovely save, and momentum swinging back and forward at the moment. Crucially for the Gales, they haven't conceded yet. That's a big miss from Poke. Sean elects for the boomer shot. Finbar, that's a bit close to the defense. Just about survives the attack, but what is he doing?
Oh,
Passing
no.
it across to Sean, and that was tragic.
That is as bad as the goal celebration that was used there. That is absolutely horrible. It's not what you want to see. It just goes horribly wrong. Sean puts it in the back of the net. 1-0. Absolutely fantastic start for the Gales here. Can they keep a hold of this lead now? Or can they extend it, get that 2-goal cushion that's really so important? And the kickoff is from the kickoff. Lovely passing play. Sean puts it the wrong side of Finbar, and it's in the back of the net.
Lovely shot by Sean, putting it to that far corner instead of the near one. Completely sends Finbar the wrong way, and this 2-goal lead, just how vulnerable is it? It might be 3, it might not be vulnerable at all. Sean unable to get time. Good challenge there to stop a further third potentially going in, but Finbar and Poke, they need to react quickly. There hasn't been as many goals as we saw in the 2's game earlier, but Poke, nice little pass across Sean, clearing it out in time. But tip-offs, Morky, they're so important, especially in 1s and 2s when there's no third man back to defend. You can be so vulnerable. And now another opportunity. Poke's so lucky not to knock that into his own goal. Big clearance, but Finbar is driving the wrong way, and Sean surely will get this out of his half.
Yeah, it is. The kickoffs are so important. They really, really are. And especially in these modes, if you win the kickoff early, you're putting yourself, especially in certain positions, the diagonal one, for instance, if you win that kickoff, you've really got good control of the board, you've got good control of the map, and you've got good control of the ball as well, usually. So they're really, really important in 2s, but also the strats are more important in 2s than they are in 3s as well. You haven't seen it in 2 fans from either team yet, but I'm expecting to see maybe a fake, or, you know, maybe even tempting fate and say maybe we might see a Spanish coming at some stage from one of these teams if it gets closer and closer, because kickoff strats and 2s are just so OP.
Yeah, exactly. No third man back to sort of counteract it. You can get a nice fake, you can get a nice counter-attack goal going, especially the kickoff where one person is in front of the net and the other person just lying off their diagonal. You know, it's so easy to make a fake passing play off those opportunities, but if the other team reads it, you can be in a lot of trouble. You can be left in a 1v1 right away. But nice little demos coming through now. Finbar looking for the defender, unable to find them, but I think the pressure of it just allowed Poke to glide that in easily.
Yeah, it's what they've been looking for all game, the High Kings. They've been very physical all series so far, really finding those demos and bumps and disruption plays to really, really upset their opponents, and it's been working so far. But 2-1, still in control in the Gales, that lead cut in half. And there you see it, you know, the unorthodox kickoff strat, Unknown going back early on, just to make sure nothing was happening, didn't cheat up, on that one. That's how careful to be in twos. There's no real cheating up on the kickoffs. You have to go with it. You have to hope that your teammate wins it if you're not going for a certain strat. As the ball comes back down, cleared all the field, and that one saved easily by Poke. Poke bringing the ball up the field now, but only as far as Unknown, who gets his car in the way of that one. But Finbar looking here to do the impossible again, gets bumped, and that's been something we've seen since that first big goal, Ejam, is those bumping plays in the air on Finbar. He's not being allowed time or space to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, shut down Finbar, especially after that game 1 performance. Made a big mistake in this one, just passing the ball across the goal, and now it's an open net, and the Gales have a minute to hold on to this 2-goal lead, but they need to be careful about the kickoff.
Yeah, they definitely do. Poke with his stick there. He's just panicking a little bit, I think. Just knocks it off the backboard. Doesn't really look around and see what's happening. Just knocks off the backboard. Hopes for the best. And, well, Sean is there to put it in and subject us to that terrible goal explosion again.
Yeah, you're hating this goal explosion at the moment, but as my phone goes flying off the table, might see it again here. No, it's not a fort. Still hope for this High Kings side. That's a lovely
play.
And Winbar is back.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful play here. He just baits in Sean, waits for him, and then pops it up nicely, puts it in. Doesn't mind getting demoed or getting the demo, but as long as the ball's in the back of the net, he doesn't care. It's 3-2. It's still game on here, and the Gale just can't shake this High Kings team so far.
Yeah, it's tough, and that's a big kickoff win. Finbar winning the boost as well. Leaves it for Poke with the free shot, unable to find anything. Unknown with 0 now. Finbar damaging quickly. Poke knocks the ball into a safe area for now. Pass back to Sean, but Unknown missing the boost might actually leave him in a bit of trouble here. Careful not to pass it across the face of goal. Finbar, one last opportunity to get a pass across, but Unknown clears the ball. 15 seconds left, Morky. Can they do it?
They might have a chance here because Poke's up with Sean with a beautiful read on that one. Pre-jumped it as well. Got in the way. Absolutely fantastic defensive awareness to make sure that one go in. Shot on here from Finbar. Oh, it's an awful save. They're just trying to kill the ball, but they left it up. And here's an opportunity off the stand away. Surely the ball's going to drop now. No, it's still up somehow. Finbar keeps it up. Can't teammate do the same. Poke, that's an awful touch, and the ball will drop. The Gales have leveled the series up at 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 at the moment. Who knows how this is going to go? It's a ones game up next, and that was close at the end. But what a performance from Sean! 8 shots, 3 goals, lovely stuff.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic play from him. In the right place at the right time as well to capitalize on some errors in High Kings, which is just good positioning indeed from him, and that's good awareness, situational awareness in twos. So important, but it's even more important in ones, and it's going to be Finbar against Bean Ryan in this next one. So this one's going to be absolutely sensational. I'm expecting all the goals. Any prediction for the score?
I don't know how good these players are in the 1v1 scenario, but hopefully Finbar, that little pass across goal that gave the Gales the second goal of the game, hopefully that's not playing on the mind too much. And a ones game, they're always so difficult to commentate on. A 1-goal lead is never enough, especially with kickoffs. And it's going to be tense for these two teams. But thankfully, a team isn't in a position like we saw last game where the loser of this game would be on match point.
Yeah, we'll definitely see the other threes game. We'll see another threes game for absolutely certain now. We will see at least 5 games in this series. We're just waiting for the kickoff to get underway. There we see the countdown has begun. Here we go. First kickoff, so crucial. And Finbar delaying it slightly there. Very smart tactic. And we were talking about that earlier on, Ejam. The tactics become really important. What a save from Bean. Finbar using his absolutely amazing mechanics to almost get that one in a weird-ass Doomsday dish, but couldn't quite get it. Oh, Bean! How's that not got in? Opportunities gotta begging for both players early on.
Yeah, and the game finally showing down here. 1-on-1, flicks it high, looking for a bump here maybe. Saved awkwardly, but Finbar actually missing the boost there. But now it's Bean on 0. Has to stop Finbar getting the Doomsday Dish opportunity. Nice clear, but only 12 boosts to work with. Finbar complete control here, but now Bean has to make a shot attempt here. No, he's caught in 2 minds between the boost and it's dead even, but now a quick shot coming through. How many times are we going to see the upper 90 get hit on the post? This is so close, Morky.
Another great save. Big demo, though, and now he's just waiting to see. Looking to flick it over. Bean recovers absolutely perfectly there. Ryan doing so well, so strong in defense right now. Great backboard defense by him. Well, right as I say that, he goes flying away from the ball, and the ball flies into the back of the net. The caster curse strikes again.
Yeah, caster curse is a terrible thing, Morky, and I think Finbar was in a lot of control for that one in particular, just being in complete boost control the whole time. But it's lovely to see Finbar not being stuck, but no crazy tip-offs this time from Finbar. Does lose out in the kickoff, but you know, it's tough to score from that angle. Just needs to get it away from the face of his goal. Oh, that's unlucky, and I feel Finbar should be finishing this, and it's 2-2, but it could be a kickoff goal.
Yeah, it's once again, it's really smart play here. Finbar just baits in the 50 and then wins it nicely as well. Then just puts it home, being never going to get back in time. Absolutely felt absolutely perfectly for Finbar. But this kickoff going to be so important now for Bean. But it's interesting. Will Finbar? Yes, Finbar is. Finbar is missing that one. I thought he was mixing up his strategy, going to try and delay it again, but he actually speed flips just the wrong way here. Lands awkwardly, can't get back around to it, and it's 2-1.
That one hurt a little if you are Finbar, and that 2-goal cushion down to 1. That is a very weird fake. I think he was between two minds there, for like going for the fake and going for the kickoff regularly, and in the end he decided a fraction too late. His muscle memory kicked in, and then he decided to go for the fake. But if Bean had put that one on target, it was 2-2. So Finbar has to be careful with these kickoff strats, because in ones especially, if you don't get them absolutely perfect, you're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, and looking for another Doomsday here. Nice save from Bean coming through. And Finbar again slowing the play down, waiting for that boost to come up. Does it nicely, but nice bump allows Bean with 40 boost just to maybe get it out of here. Cotton up in the air though here, has to try touch it past Finbar. He does, but that's a terrible clear. But 0 boost means that Bean won't be able to get up. The bumps are coming through. Bean missing the corner boost, has to elect for the mid one here. And Finbar not able to find that. He's going backwards with 0. This is dangerous. This looks like it could roll back. Oh, that was close, Morky, but crucially this game's tied up for the Gales.
Yeah, the Gales will be delighted with that. Bean just getting this one on target. That's all that matters. Still on target. It's beautiful into the back, and then it goes. And apparently the last time these two faced off in 1v1 in league play went to overtime. So interesting stat there provided by Jacko. Thank you very much for that. But Bean going to make it 3-2 from the kickoff, and into the back of the net it goes. And well, Bean here in control all of a sudden. Yeah,
this has gone very 0-100 for Bean very quickly. Finbar completely choking up in the series. Has half a game and a whole Twitch chat there to support him, but very tight game so far.
Definitely very, very tight indeed. Be interesting to see exactly this one's going to go. It's not as one-sided as the one's game we saw earlier on. It's a lot closer. But here comes Finbar using those mechanics, using that beautiful car control to really use that Bean with a great bump, and that's going to put him in a great position. And he's put that one in 4-2, and all of a sudden Bean has gone from 2 goals down to 2 goals up.
Yeah, and right now, you know, you're maybe thinking if you're the High Kings, we're definitely not picking 1v1 in the next mode. Unless they have a more favourable matchup, of course, those are decided beforehand. But Bean stepping up big time here at the moment, will not be under any pressure later on in this series. And again, another goal through. At this stage, it's damage limitation for Finbar. Make sure you're not too morally drained after this one, because Bean has really stepped it up despite having 1 shot less than Finbar.
Yeah, it's been kickoffs as well though. 3 kickoff goals for him, which are absolutely vital. Really, really smart play from him, and he's really got on top of these. Now he delays the kickoff, and he's changing up his strats as well, keeping Finbar guessing, not making it easy for him to decipher exactly where he's coming from. But here we go again. Bean going to bring this ball up the pitch. Finbar just going to shadow defense for now. Bean controlling it nicely. Here he comes to the ball, and well, Finbar, awkward touch, a bit too heavy, but the shot from Bean not the best, and Finbar surely going to pull one back here. Yes, he is. 5-3.
I thought he was going to hit that on the left-hand side of the ball and roll it up the post there. I got a little nervous, just this little movement here at the end. I was like, oh no, please don't hit that second time, but I'd say it's how it was racing, but crucially, it's a 2-goal game again. Still a lot of time left in this game. He stopped with the crazy kickoff strategies, but he's still losing out on a lot of kickoffs. Maybe that's why he's going for them. Maybe knows Bean's just quicker on those kickoff scenarios, and Bean with a big whiff. A little bit of time here. Ooh, unable to find the demo onto Beam.
Oh, that's
Comes
great
away
bump
from the
play.
boost. Does he have a second touch here? No, he doesn't, but Bean missing Finbar and all sorts of confusion here. Bean, not much boost to play with, but maybe can get a little flick. Ah, that's lovely. 31 boost. Lovely, lovely shot.
Yeah, but Winbar here, Finbar will be a bit disappointed, showing far too much in the net to Bean here. Bean is at the whole net to aim at, and Finbar just can't get up to it and get the save. 6-3 now. Still plenty of time though. 3 kickoff goals take around about 8 seconds, so you know it doesn't take that long, and that's a big kickoff there for Finbar. He hasn't won many in a while, so winning that one was huge for him. He pops it over, pops it too high though off the crossbar. And you feel that one had to go in to give himself a chance. Bean makes a good defense there. 1 minute to go. 3 goals the gap. It's still not over, but that one might just float in. It is. It's just in.
That's sad. That's demoralizing if you are Finbar in this situation. Oh, thought he could have maybe got that back, but Bean in the end, big boom in the clear, and a lot of work if Finbar wants to win this, especially with this 8 goal going in. Yeah. Oh no. I think this one could be over.
I think it could be over. I think the Gales are going to come from 1-0 down in the series to be 2-1 up, which means that the High Kings will be picking 1s or 2s next. Be interested to see what they pick, because they lost both modes. Well, this game isn't over yet, so let's not jump the gun. 50 seconds is enough time to score 5 goals in 1s. It's the only game mode where 50 seconds is eternity, basically, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly what game mode they pick if they do lose this. Will they go 1s again, or are they going to go with 2s?
Well, it depends on what matchups they have for their 1v1 player. On the bright side, they only have one more 1v1 to get to through this series. Whether it's going to be the next game or that 6th game, we'll see. But the swinging modes, which is 1s and 2s, because there's 2 games of each of them, have both been won by... Oh, Morky. I guess we'll just save it for the next game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Finbar's accepted this one's over. He's just having a bit of fun now. And, you know, this game is done. It's over. It's 10-3. Bean is going to take it. The Gales are going to go. He's showing his belly. He's admitting defeat. He's like a cat. You know, eventually he just shows his belly when he gets like, oh yeah, you've won, leave me alone. And Bean gets the 5th reset there, having a bit of fun right now himself. 11-3. But we will go to game 4, and High Kings will be picking out if it's 2 or 1s. And Finbar has given them time to do that as well.
Unless Finbar has a super secret strategy where he's going to score 8 goals in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that would be. He's just luring Bean to a false security right now. That's all he's doing. He's going for the boost here. He's going to get the demo. Look, he's coming around. No, he's going to reflect all the boosts right now.
Oh, he's turtling it though. Does he have the composure to pick them all up in the turtle mode? He misses the mid boost. There's no corner boost there. The corner boost doesn't spawn, and nah.
Nice try though. Nice try. Well, Bean here is just having fun. Just keeping himself warm for the next game. Finbar having fun as well in his own way. But what performance from Bean? You know, being 2-0 down to then going, 7-3, 8-3 up. Really, when it ended was 8-3, and the Gales do win it. That is the series. 2-1 now to the Gales, so they are in control. But High Kings do get to pick whether it's 2s or 1s next.
Yeah, and I think they'd want to be, well, unless they have a 1s merchant lined up. It's hard to tell at the moment, but at least they know they won't be against Bean.
2,161 points, 11 goals, 16 shots, 8 saves though. That's a big stat. It means that, Finbar had a lot of shots on target, just couldn't convert them. 12 shots, only 3 of them going in the back of the net. So it just shows how strong defensively Bean was.
Yeah, it was very solid, and they're going for 2s at the moment. It's Finbar and Chronic against Bean and Sean. Sean Bean combo, Bean Sean combo. This is going to confuse me a lot more.
Yeah. Well, hopefully nothing dies in this next game. That'll be the plan anyway. We wouldn't like to see that, but it will be indeed, as you said, Finbar and Chronic against Sean and Ryan, or Bean, whichever you want to call him. We're calling him Bean for now because that's his name on the screen. But it's going to be interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. The Gales. Oh yeah, we do need to have a bit of an error. The High Kings says they're 2-1 up on the screen. They're not 2-1 up on the screen. They are indeed trailing the series 1-2. So just ignore that for now. We'll be fixed in a second. There we go, fixed now already, which we'd love to see. But here we go. Game number 4 about to get underway. We'll definitely be going to game 6. We'll definitely be going to that other swinging tiebreaker, which will be ones, of course. We know that for a fact. Now, game 6 will be 1v1 because this is 2v2. And here we go, underway already. And here's an opportunity for Finbar, folding this over. And Sean can't get the save. Finbar puts it home, and he's put this one's display behind him very quickly.
Yeah, and you know, it's nice to see he got the confidence, a whole 10 seconds to find that confidence he lost in the last game. That's exactly what you want to see. If you're a neutral, they're going to try so hard to make this go to game 6, I believe. But for now, you know, they just want to hopefully pick up this series, maybe win another 3s game, and then they'll be 3-2 up. But of course, if Nagales win this, it's series point for them, Morky, and they'll be feeling good about that.
Yeah, they'll be feeling very, very good indeed. But the one shining light is that the fact that even if Vikings do this, they looked very good in that 3s game. So they look very strong again. They'll be, you know, confident winning that one. So I don't see this ending in the next game. I just think even if the Gales do win this, I feel that Vikings are just got it in their tank, especially the confidence of winning that last 3s game to really pull up their opponents. But still a lot of Rocket League to be played before then. 4 minutes and 10 seconds roughly to go here. There's Finbar back in defense. Bean is going to try to cause some pressure again. Sean puts a shot on target, but Finbar is back to make sure that nothing comes from that effort to bring the ball up the field now. And well, the Gales here circling, trying to find something, but they haven't really created many opportunities as of yet. Only one shot so far, even though they've had a bit more pressure than their opponents.
Yeah, it's, you know, if you're Vikings right now, you're happy with this 1-0 lead. You'd obviously want to try to get that 2-goal cushion, but then as we were discussing last game, that's when this whole fake kickoffs, that's when that can come into play, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, we haven't really seen that so far. The strats have been pretty, you know, just speed flip to the ball, which is okay. You know what I mean? That's a valid strategy to go with. It's just interesting. I was interested to see if teams will mix it up or not. You know, really keep their opponents guessing on the kickoffs. Because if you get your opponent guessing, that's just that millisecond, that fraction of a second is enough for you to win the kickoff then if they're second guessing themselves on the kickoff. So it's really, really important you do mix up your strats sometimes in kickoffs and allow your opponent to really get in your opponent's head a little bit. Kralik looking to get that one down off Finbar's car with a pinch, but couldn't quite get it to go. Sean bring the ball up, but Finbar is there to collect it. Now we'll try to ping this one center. Oh well, didn't quite commit to that one, did Kralik. Perhaps should have got a bit closer as Finbar was waiting for it. Oh, that was almost a very smart play from Kralik, but he just couldn't quite execute it the way he wanted to do that there. And you know, smart plays from both teams so far. We've seen really, really good, smart Rocket League from both of them. But what do you think it's going to take for the Gales to break through here?
A demo play. Always a demo play in 2s. Knock the ball up above the backboard so your teammate can get there. Demo the player sitting on the ground because it's quite risky in 2s. You'd have one player challenging and one player sort of sitting back in net. So unless they have some crazy positioning on the backboard where they could potentially save it, if you can just get a demo to try open it up, I think that's a viable opportunity. Maybe try go for a few more boost deals, things like that, but just take your opportunities as they come. You know, Sean had a bit more power there, could have been 1-0. Maybe another opportunity here. Defense is scrambling, could have maybe gone for a fake. I think the ball's going too quick, but here we go, off the backboard. That was dodgy, but Finbar somehow gets a pass Sean, but looks like the game's just going to settle down, but it's Nagales with the pressure.
And the Gales here have really been applying that pressure, trying to turn the screw, trying to find the way through this blue defense. They haven't quite managed to do it as of yet, but still plenty of time, minute and a half, and the most slender of leads in Rocket League can vanish in an instant. That's what we know. That's the game we love. And Sean here with an opportunity. Bean will put this one on. What a save from Kralik. Had to really adjust. That ball was behind him and he absolutely managed to dig it out. Keep his team ahead in this one. Has reached the 1 minute mark now, getting towards it. Opportunity there perhaps for Bean, but Finbar closes the door very quickly. Sean now can't quite control it the first time. Kralik, soft touch, will allow him to follow this one. Hits it off of Bean. Can't quite do anything with it. And, well, it's a relief for the Vikings. They're at their half for once, and they could be able to put the finishing touches on this if they're able to do so. And, well, Kralik right now, they seem to be spacing it out. Have one person forward, one person back. They look to be sitting defending this lead. Not always the smartest thing to do.
Oh,
And that's
there we
why.
go. Whew. It took a while, Morky, but Nigale's finally, Sean getting boost stolen off and everything. Finbar, bit of an error with that clear. Kralik unable to get there in time, and Bean, big goal needed. And you know, this has been so even, I won't be surprised if it's just quiet until overtime.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe not. Kickoff goal.
Yeah, okay.
Caster's curse. Caster's curse. It always happens. It's a kickoff goal. It's Finbar gets up first, puts it in the back of the net. 2-1. And well, all of a sudden the High Kings right back in front here and looking to level this series up at 2-2.
Yeah, that was a little intense, but ultimately, you know, gets the goal, redeems himself. Finbar really not letting that one series define him as a player. Maybe looking for 3 here, but slowing the game down. 15 seconds, Morky. 15 seconds and a dream. Will this series go to 2-2?
It might do now with that shot just fading wide. And if that had gone in, Bean though, 1v1, what can you do? Tries to put the 50, oh no!
Oh, look at this. Just couldn't do anything about it. Just caught. Oh, maybe it would have gone in anyways. Maybe, but. Oh, you have to feel for Finbar. Hasn't been his series, Marky.
Well, you know, he just says, sure, look, he's taking on the chin like a man. I'd love to see that, but that is pain. That is pain. That he's living in Spain without the S. Well, Sean was making a mistake there. If Finbar had committed to that, he could have put it in to the back of the net to make it a big opportunity for his team. High Kings, of course, chasing to level this one up. Lovely pass down from Sean to Bean, but Bean can't, under the pressure, get it on target. Great pressure from Finbar on him. Kralik now clearing this ball up the pitch, trying to find an opportunity, trying to create some space for Finbar to work his magic. Sean now against Kralik. Finbar again, making this awkward for his teammate with an awkward touch. And right now, Finbar is his own worst enemy.
Yeah, it's looking dodgy, but... Oh, no. Oh, oh my god.
Kralik with a crazy redirect. The falls to Finbar, who puts it in the back of the net, the open net, puts it in the corner, safe and sound. And well, Finbar involved in all the goals in this series. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, Morky. Ooh, that was so important, because if that goal didn't go in and the Gales finished that series, or finished that game winning, it would have been series point. But High Kings now giving themselves a lifeline, giving themselves no unnecessary pressure, and they won that first threes game.
Yeah, they won the first 3 games. The momentum's now back with them. You know, they've recovered from that, you know, unfortunate loss in ones. Unfortunate loss in twos. The absolutely hammering in ones. And they managed to come back strong now. It's beautiful to see how Poke and Unknown will play here. Of course, they haven't played in a while. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play now. Will they be warm? Will they be ready to go? Well, Poke with a stick and Unknown kicking it off as well. So neutral kickoff, and both players getting a touch early on. That's going to help them a lot. Just getting touches on the ball, just getting used to it, getting into those positions is nice to see. Finbar looking to fake out his opponent, unable to do so as the ball is pumped up long. Kralik is there, but nothing doing as Unknown puts this one back into midfield. Ball though right back on the Gale. Sorry, not the Gales. The Gales in trouble as High Kings put this one in the back of the net. Poke, well, it doesn't look that cold at all as he slams this one home.
Yeah, there we go. Had that, you know, had that little break and came back strong. But Finbar, he's been involved in every series so far. Next game will be the first game he's sitting out of. And the winner of this game, series point, and it's a 1v1 as well. That's going to be high pressure for whoever, you know, whoever's going into that, knowing that his whole team could rest on him if they want to make it to game 7. But similarly, that could work that, you know, if High Kings win this and the Gales win another 1v1, they'll know that it's so dodgy for both teams, Mark. I can't even put it into words, but at the moment it's all High Kings, and Finbar picking up where he left off last game. Big goal.
Yeah, you gotta feel there if High Kings win this game, it puts them in such a strong position, regardless if they win the 1v1 or not, because they've already won two of the 3v3s. So that'll be absolutely huge for them if they can manage to hold on here. But they're not even holding on right now. They are in the ascendancy, and it's interesting to see, can they manage to keep pouring on, get the plethora of shots on target, get plethora of opportunities, really put the pressure firmly on Nagales in the 1v1, and also, make in the back of their head, Nagales realize they have to play them another 3v3 in game 7, assuming that High Kings can hold on here to the win. But unknown, bring this one back. It'll be passed back. Oh, Sean caught out. He's pushed too far forward, and Finbar punishes him for it.
Yeah, and if you're High Kings right now, you are saying to whoever's going into that next 1v1, do not worry about how the result goes, because we are the dominant tree side here. It was only a 1-goal game in game 1. It finished 2-1, but they were all over Nagales. They scored a goal in the last 30 seconds, I believe. But they were being dominated that whole game. And Chronic right now having a quiet game. Only 4 points on the board. Make that 6 with that pass. But his two teammates right now, Poke and Finbar, really stepping up at the moment. And as long as he doesn't give the ball away to the opposition, it doesn't matter what score you have. It's just keeping this 3-goal lead, keeping the momentum going. Demos now, looks like Nagales are hunting Morky, but it's not really been working out for them so far.
No, definitely not. It's been working for High Kings, but not Nagales. And Nagales realizing they have to disrupt this High Kings team, especially in 3 disruption plays. So strong, so amazing to work with, especially in clear someone off that back post or on the goal line. Leave it open there for your teammates to work with. But it's not been working so far. From Sean chasing down one, he will get it, but it comes in the middle of the field when High Kings are in attack. Oh, it was open, but the shot from Finbar just wide, couldn't quite manage to get it in, as Unknown clears this one, clears his lines and looking to build an attack. But High Kings just break out of attacks, break out of defense so quickly. And again, there we see another little redirect. Nice attempt, but Sean trying to get their double commit, get the demo as well. That could be huge. Krolic clearing this one down. It's an awkward one. Poke with a stick, what a save onto the post. I thought for all the world that was going to be 3-1 Ejam.
Nothing is going right for them at the moment. You must be feeling pretty bad, but they're crucially not conceding a fourth. They're not out of this game quite yet, Morky, but as each second passes, it's becoming more and more unlikely. You definitely don't see them winning this in regular time, but can they push that overtime with that goal? Perhaps not.
Yeah, Poke here, just very smart, gets it around one. It gets actually the bump on Bean. That gives possession right back to them. And then just 50s it in very smartly. Puts his car in a very awkward place for Sean to deal with. Sean had to tip it high. He couldn't get it high enough. And it just hits off the bumper of his opponent's car and into the back of the net. And it is now 4-0 with 2 minutes to go. It's a tall task to put themselves here on match point going into ones. They need 4 goals in 2 minutes plus on overtime winning. You don't feel this one's going to be settled in regulation if there is a comeback to happen. But High Kings just looking so strong though, looking so comfortable and looking like the more menacing side when they come forward.
Yeah, they are. They're looking very strong at the moment, almost feeling like, if this goes to game 7 again, they're really going to have to think of a new trees strategy. But that's if they win the next ones game as well. You feel this game is all but over. Nothing's working out for them. We'll take a goal here and then 3 favourable kickoffs, but it's so unlikely, Morky. You just have to be getting prepared for that ones game. One player is going to have to win that game if they want to keep their team's chances alive, and even if they do, they have to try beat this High Kings team who are looking so dominant in trees. But another whiff coming through and a minute left, Morky. Is it possible? Chat, do you think it's possible? Or will we be seeing a game 6? Or we will be seeing a game 6.
Yeah, we'll definitely see the game 6, but I don't see the comeback happening here. It's all about getting 1 goal now. Just reset the momentum, get a goal here, rebalance sides, put a bit of a question mark in your opponent's mind. How has that been saved? It was going crossbar down, and somehow Poke with a stick was there to save it. What a fantastic save. Didn't really know too much about it, but he was in the right place at the right time.
Right place, right time. Clean sheet on the table here, but you gotta feel bad at this stage. You think maybe a goal will give them some sort of momentum, Morky, but High Kings performing very strong in the final. Bean making sure it doesn't go 5-0. Kronk misses the ball. Doesn't matter, but Morky, we're going to game 6 and High Kings are on match point.
Yep, and it becomes a difficult task now for either Sean or Unknown. They'll be the players, of course, playing the 1v1. We'll be interested to see exactly who it's going to be. But the Gales have to win this 1v1 or else it's all over, and High Kings will be going home as your Ascending Star champions. Can they do it, or is the Gales going to force this one to a final game, a 3v3, in which they've been second best the whole series so far, but you know, this is Rocket League in a game 7. The pressure is completely different.
Yeah, anything is possible, Morky. Anything is possible, but we'll see now. Poke against Unknown. Unknown, of course, the NCI player, has experience playing against the likes of Finbar in the 1v1 scenarios. He knows he's not going to be against Finbar because Finbar was in the earlier 1v1. But, you know, we'll see now just how well they do.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this one goes. Poke, of course, we'll be hoping to finish this off here now, not bring the number 3s. Unknown has to win this game to give his team a chance at winning the Ascending Star Championships. Can they do it? Here we go. Potentially the last game of the series, potentially the last game of the night until tomorrow. We've got 2 more finals for you tomorrow, by the way. So don't be changing that dial too quickly. Lots of more Rocket League action coming your way. And of course, then that beautiful, beautiful LAN down in Cork at the end of October.
Yeah, that LAN's going to be great. Lockdown, it lasted forever, but finally with the efforts of the likes of Enron, the likes of the staff behind the team, they got the LAN to happen. That will be great fun, but for now, it's not about LAN, it's about RLIS. The managers eyeing up who's going to get manager of the season. Can players just win for pride as well? It's gone very, very intensely. And both these teams, oh, Unknown, what a goal, Morky. I was not expecting that. No defender to be seen, and Poke just beaten there, and oh, that's a big momentum swing for Unknown. He needed that.
That is a really, really important strike. It's really, really necessary. And absolutely going to be very, very important to see what happened. Poke with stick though from the kickoff. Unknown recovers beautifully. Grabs the boost as well. That should be a goal. It will be a goal. It's in the back of net. Unknown 2-0 up here. However, last time in the 1v1, Finbar went 2-0 up and still lost that game. So a 2-goal lead in ones means absolutely nothing, especially only 33 seconds gone.
Yeah, and it was 11-3 in the end. So, you know, it's ones, they're just so hard to predict. It's just really how you're playing on the day, how your kickoffs are going. Poke, little opportunity here now. Unknown elected to go for the boost, regretting that decision. Poke brings it back to 1, and 3 goals in the first 40 seconds. This is going to be intense.
Yeah, it's a silly decision to go for a boost there, but also he turns around the wrong way. He's actually turning towards his opponent's net rather than turning back towards his own, and it's pretty difficult, you know, to do anything then when you're in that position. Big demo from Poke. That's a very smart play. 3 seconds to work with here. Can he flick this one in now? Looking for the fake. Almost gets it. Unknown just getting enough of his car on that one, but starve of the boost. Will have possession for now. What can he do with it though? Not much. Just posts this one long, looking to catch out Poke with a bit of a bouncer. Didn't quite manage to work out. And Poke here bossing the boost right now. Can he put this into level up? Not quite able to do so. And finally, Unknown will grab some boost finally and give himself an opportunity. But Poke with a stick here, managing that boost well, really starving his opponent. That could be a big concern for the Gales later on.
Oh, Poke maybe should have flicked that a little bit earlier. Unknown counter-attack opportunity. Pokes with 0. A lovely second touch. I think it's just about wide, but you know, both these players are unfazed from the pressure at the moment. They're just playing their own game, but Poke surely equalizes this, and they do. 2-2 in the series. We've seen this one before, Morky.
We have seen this one before. Poke with a stick, clears that ball off the pitch, and then just puts it in the back of the net. 2-2, very, very tight. It's been the case of the series, really. It's been tight all the way. Give and take, back and forth stuff. But Unknown right now is winning the kickoffs a bit better than his opponent is. Poking a stick though, happy. Oh.
Was that a fake or a miss?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of both. Yeah, it's a bit of both. It's a fake, but also it's just a horrible miss.
Oh, I love the macro. What a terrible save. It's tragic. That was nearly so close, but that's a big kickoff win. Oh,
It's
no.
awkward.
Oh, good save.
Oh, you
But
felt
who's
that
gonna
one.
get the boost? Oh, unknown opportunity here now. Nice 50 win. Should maybe just go for a boost here. Try to shut Poke out a little, but oh, Poke just a little quicker, but knock the ball around. Poke looking for demos again. Misses out on the boost. Poke's low on booster, but unknown unable to find the target. And Morky, this is a very, very close ones matchup compared to the one we saw earlier between these two teams.
It is, but at the same time, it was kind of the last 2 minutes that that the game really ran away from Finbar's. Poke will level this one up though with 3-3. It was kind of those last 2 minutes the game ran away from Finbar and that 1v1 earlier on. So, still very tight right now. But Poke doing very smartly here, putting that one in. And Unknown has to be more clinical with his long range efforts, but he's got a chance, half a chance. He's been putting them wide so far. And in ones, you have to be hitting those long-range efforts sometimes because that's your best opportunity to score, especially in transition.
Yeah, and Unknown takes it up the wall here. Nice little shot, Poke. Oh, that was tight, but Poke just about getting away with it in the end. And now Unknown out of boost. He needs to watch Poke behind him. Oh, he's launched into the air, but Poke's going to struggle to get back in time or get there in time to find the shot. And 3-all, that's a lovely 50. And Poke looking to potentially, he doesn't want this to go to a game 7. He wants to win right here, right now.
A very aggressive strategy there, though, by Unknown. I'm not sure why he's going in so high there, because that puts you in a really awkward position with a 50, because you don't really have any way to control your car properly to really win that 50. And, Poke is happy to accept it. Oh, well, a mistake on the kickoff. And Poke makes it 5-3, and we've seen this before.
Yeah, we saw Finbar do that in the last ones game. It's just when you land, you're using your joystick to try just make your wheels align. In the end, he was too busy trying to just land his car straight. I didn't even realize he just drifted off to the side. And Unknown, that's a nice shot. That just might sneak in. Unlucky not to. 2 minutes, and it's all on this player. And that's what you need. That's what you need straight away. You need that goal. You need to make sure not to concede on kickoff here, but all the pressure on Unknown, Morky.
Yeah, all the pressure on him now, but that is a smart way to get back. Put the momentum right back in his favor. Put the gap more manageable. Take a bit of pressure off his shoulders. 2 goals. It seems like a lot. 1 goal, it's nothing in Rocket League. It can come from anywhere at any time. Any kind of strike, and you got an opportunity to equalize. So a bit more less pressure on Unknown shoulders right now. But Poke doing so well. He's winning these little collisions and doing so well doing so as well, giving himself opportunities off of them.
Yeah, that was a lovely little touch there. Just beats Unknown. Unknown 2 goals down again. And it looks like a minute and a half. That's how close the High Kings are to winning Ascended Star.
Yes, indeed. But a minute and a half is eternally in ones. It's 2 goals, not enough. Oh, what is Unknown doing?
Yeah.
Madness.
I'll let you commentate on that one.
That is just he's gone away here. He's gone for the boost. He should realize the poke with a stick is there. Poke puts it in the back of the net. It's madness. It's just madness.
Yeah, that was interesting, to say the least. And now Poke running away with it now. 8-4.
And we have seen this before a few times today, Ejam. We've seen this before. Just the last 2 minutes or so, one of the players goes off the boil a little bit. The other player hits his stride. It's the perfect time, and it's game over then.
Yeah, Poke started slow, but who knows? 2 goals lead. They're the dangerous ones.
They definitely are. It seems to be a 2-goal lead is never safe in ones in Rocket League, and especially in RLIS for some reason. We don't quite know why. Poke looking here to add the 9th to his target. Of course, going to fight to the end. Unknown has to fight to the end, or his team, I don't think, will be happy with him. Finbar was a different story. It was only 2-1, and he puts that one in 8-5. There's still a chance. 59 seconds to go. These kickoffs are, going to be really, really crucial now for Unknown.
Yeah, they're going to be very important. Needs to not mess up like he did earlier. Needs to get a strong kickoff, and who knows, if he gets it within 2, Poke will start to get nervous, but this is crucial. It's dead even. And who's going to win this boost? Unknown. Does Poke has to retreat quickly? Unknown, can he find a quick shot? Oh, Poke, clear opportunity now. Gets the touch, and unlucky from Unknown, but the 4-goal cushion restored.
Yeah, 45 seconds to go. You gotta feel that time is running out for not just Unknown, but also Nagales. Some GG's coming in the chat. I wouldn't say GG's quite yet. There is still a chance. Kickoffs here could go his way. He could be about to be a bit more tactical with his kickoffs. Just go straight for that one and poke with a stick. Wins it massive. Wins the boost as well. But Unknown gets the ball, which is really important. He needs the ball. Big demo though. If this ball goes in now, it's surely all over. Unknown trying to get there. Will get there in time, but he's only got 30 seconds to find 4 goals in Ejam. I just don't think it's going to happen.
No, I think it's all over here at the moment. Unknown started so well. Perhaps it was the pressure that just landed in the end, and it's all over.
Yeah, that's unfortunate one. Just losing out here. It gets an awkward touch on the wall, and the bounce here is awkward. He tries to get the save using his flip and everything. Just couldn't get there in time. 10-5. Commiserations to the Gales, but GG's indeed to the Vikings. They have come through thick and thin. They've had to beat a better seed than them technically to get to the final. Now they've beaten the team that's taking the number 1 seed, so absolutely deserving for them. Unknown will get one more goal here. 6 seconds left, 4 goals. Technically doable, but highly unlikely.
Technically and realistically are 2 completely different things, Morky. And, you know, Finbar, in credit, not a very good 1s game. Did not phase him in that 2s or 3 game. Very good, strong performance. Unknown, I thought Poke was going to let it maybe just score 2 more, but that is it. GG's all around. Congratulations to the Vikings on winning that. And unfortunately, I need to run away quite quickly, but Morky, you'll be having these players in call with you for the interview.
Yes, indeed, we will. But again, congratulations to Vikings. Commiserations to Nagales. They played very strongly. They played very, very well. Indeed, we get the players in a matter of moments for a quick chat. But as you see their predictions, you know, we will have hopefully Finbar joining in. Everyone wants Finbar in for an interview. We'll just see exactly who we get in. There we have the man, the myth, the legend. We have them coming in now. All the lads coming in. I'm sure as well we'll probably get D-Lynch coming in as well for an interview. But we'll start with D-Lynch. We won't start. We'll leave Finbar to last because people want them last. D-Lynch, how are you feeling after that? You must be absolutely ecstatic.
Of course, you know, I'm really happy for the boys. I'm glad I can get that first title under the belt in my maiden season in RLIS as manager.
Yeah, it must be a great feat. It must be really, really smart. And you know, how did you prepare the lads, or did you just let them kind of do their own thing?
I let them do their own thing, except I called Finbar bad all the time in lobby 2. It's literally very it can be confirmed by a number of sources, and it inspired him to get better and win.
Poke, you were in the unenviable position at the end there of having to wrap up the series in 1v1. Me and Ejam both felt that you were in control. You were doing very well in the 3s, but did you really want to finish it off in that 1s, or did you feel a bit of freedom because you knew the 3s was going so well for you? Okay, we'll come back to that. Kralik, how are you feeling? How are you feeling after that? You know, playing so well in your games, you're really standing out as a player throughout that series. What was the best moment for you? This is extremely awkward. Finbar, are you there?
So I am here, unlike my team. They're off celebrating it.
Apparently, you didn't want to talk. How are you feeling?
Poke's here now.
I'm here now. Yeah, my computer decided to die at the minute the game finished. So would have been bad if it finished a bit earlier.
Well, yeah, it would have been bad if it finished a bit earlier, but I was just saying there, feeling going into that ones game, knowing how well you played in the threes. Did you feel like a bit of pressure's taken off you, even though you're in match point scenario? Did you feel like a bit of pressure's taken off you because of how well you're playing in the threes, or were you just confident in your one's ability anyway?
Well, obviously, yeah, but we were happy enough with how we were playing in the threes, and we had won the twos, so we could have just, I didn't have to win the ones. And to be honest, I was a bit on ropes. I didn't think I was even gonna come close to winning ones, to be honest. But it didn't really matter because I had a feeling we take the threes, so we'd win anyway. So yeah, it didn't really matter to me. So I just kind of went out there and played.
Yeah. Kralik, your favorite moment during the series, what was it? Are you backing out, or are you having issues with your PC as well?
No. I'm good now. But my favorite moment for the series.
Yeah.
Oh, I think when we won that twos in overtime, when I redirected it and almost winning, definitely my favorite moment in the series.
That was a beauty of a shot. I was actually about to comment on that next. Actually, you ruined it for me. How were the comms during that shot? Because that shot was wild.
Oh, it was calm. Like, we just knew we were fully focused. We knew we just had to score. Like, we just fully had to score that.
Shiny Wag, if you got a genuine question, that I can take it. And I suppose, being so focused, does that make the comms easier? Does it make the game easier? Or do you feel that it kind of just passes you by easier because it's so calm?
I think when the atmosphere like that is so calm, when we're just fully focused, it makes it so much easier to get into the game and fully understand what's going on around you.
Well, Finbar, we left the favorite to last. Everyone in chat was calling you Winbar. How are you feeling? You had some interesting moments, in that twos game involved in all the goals. How are you?
The twos game where I own goals to put into overtime was not ideal. Rian is also unbelievable at 1v1, so I'd just like to say that. He absolutely demolished me. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Kralik for coming up from Rising Star and basically being the best player. So, yeah.
How did you feel after the ones? Because the ones are such a, it was a bit of a disheartened experience. How did you recover and really go strong into the next game? Because in the next game you were fairly on it.
Well, I knew going into the ones that, I wasn't, disappointed because I knew Rian was, going to win, probably. So then I knew we just had to win, one more, one of the twos or one of the ones, and because I thought we'd have threes in the bag, and it looked like we would. So I was confident that even if I lost, it'd be fine.
That's a good way to have it, actually. Did you feel you got your strats right, Dylan? Did you feel that you picked the right players for the right occasions, or do you feel you could have done something a bit different, maybe something you could change up for the next RLIS?
Well, the fact that I picked Kralik in Rising Star in the first place, and maybe some other managers skipped over him, was probably a bit of a steal there in the first place. But I was happy. I was really happy with the overall draft at the start of the season, and the boys just proved it. The unstoppable duo of Finbar and Poke, and Kralik just to back that up. It's just been an amazing season.
It really, really has, and a big thank you to you guys for shooting in. A big thank you to everyone who watched at home. We'll be back again tomorrow from around about 7:40 p.m. We'll have the All-Star highlights, just talking about that series, and then we'll be in to the rest of the stuff, the big games indeed tomorrow. €195 will be on the line in the main event, which is the Superstar Grand Finals. But that's going to be around 9 o'clock tomorrow. But 8 o'clock tomorrow, we'll have the Shooting Star Grand Final, which will be the Banshees against the Celtic Tigers. And then come 9 o'clock, it will be the High Kings versus the Celtic Tigers for that €195 prize pool. You are not going to want to miss that. I'll be back again tomorrow alongside Jacko. Rez will be here as well. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you stay tuned to RLI. We'll see you all again very soon. Good night.